morning, everyone. I hope you all are off to a wonderful morning. The snow is now here and ice is upon us. I was supposed to go to work today, but when I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, it was just a sheet of ice. There have been like numerous wrecks reported, and I was like, I love y'all, but I'm not coming in. And half of my teammates are like, yeah, I'm not coming in either. So I'm not going into work. So instead, I get to film a ton of videos. Yay! Is today's video going to go up late? Like yesterday's video? Yes. Is the video that I'm filming now even going to be today's video? No. Will I get to it? Yes. Just gotta give me a minute. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. That's your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, testing new makeup, testing old makeup, Throwback Thursdays, unboxings, sprinkling in some true crime here and there, as well as some book reviews, then definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and let's dive on into a video. So 2 videos ago, I had done some trying new Sephora makeup. Well, the rest of my Sephora order, because remember, I placed a really large order and it got divided up into 2 separate shipping orders. So I finally got it and we have some stuff to try. So in today's video, we are going to be trying out the new Ois Concealer. I have a sample of the Cali Ray Clean Mascara. I have the new Violet Voss Golden Sunflower Palette. I have the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour in the shade Light 1. Then I bought all of the Patrick Ta new blush duos that they have come out with. I also bought I bought 2 Patrick Ta of these, what are these called? Plumping Glosses. I can only find one, so I think the other one may have fell out of my purse in my car and got stuck underneath the seat. So I will go and check this out, go and check it out, try to see if I can see it, find it, but I do have one, so we can try that. That's equally as good. I then bought Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This is in the shade Iconic Nude. I do have one in the shade Pillow Talk. I do like that. We're going to pair that with this YSL, the Slim Velvet Radical lip option. Looks very pink. This is supposed to be in the shade, what is this? Beige Instinct, and this seems very pink and not beige. Okay. Then, this is the part that I'm going to struggle with the most. So I had tried out that Shiseido foundation. Right? Yeah, the Shiseido foundation. But I also have all of these foundations to try. So I've got one from One Size, the Turn Up the Base BB Cream. I have Rose Ink Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. We have the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I do have the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I have the Kosas, and then I have the Nars. That's a lot. So I will be 100% trying out some more foundations. I plan on potentially doing another one with a foundation review. I have to film another video, which is a Throwback Thursday, but I'm just doing an eyeshadow palette, so I might include a little bit of a foundation wear with that as well. And then as soon as we are done with all the makeup, I bought this. I got first access to it for being a VIB Rouge. This is the First Aid Beauty Cleansing Oil plus Makeup Remover, safe for sensitive skin. I have the hiccups now. I usually use cleansing balms. I usually always double cleanse and I use cleansing balms. This is my first time ever really trying a cleansing oil. And it's First Aid Beauty. I really love First Aid Beauty. It said safe for sensitive skin. So I do want to try this out at the very end to see how well it takes off all of my makeup. So we have a lot to try. So if you guys are excited to see what my thoughts are on all of this, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so since it's like so dark and like rainy and snowy outside, I'm trying to adjust like indoor lighting. Usually I don't actually ever have to use like fake lighting, like ring lights or anything, because of like the kind of lights that I have in my filming area. And I have like a giant window, like deck, so like deck doors. I usually don't have to, but with it being so dark, I 100% do. So I'm trying to like adjust like a ring light. So I'm sorry if the lighting's a little bit off. We're trying to make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dive on into my eyes first. I always do my eyes first. And we're going to try out if I can open it. I don't know if I can open this. So we have this really cute Violet Voss little sunflower palette. It's called Fun Sized Eyeshadows. Like that's literally what they call it. Nah. Alright, so yeah, it's definitely fun sized. So, I mean, this was relatively cheap. It was literally like, I want to say like $15 for like this whole thing. So we definitely have a lot of really fun, cute colors to go off of. You have the bottom row here is going to be 100% all matte, and the top is complete and total shimmers. So I'm going to want to try to use as many of these colors as humanly possible. So let's go ahead and I'm going to dive on into this shade right here first. It's kind of like a pinky skin color type shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of like use this to kind of set like my whole like lid area. I primed my eyes with my Give Me Glow in the shade Parchment, so I'm just kind of using this to just kind of set down. Next, I'm just going to take that exact same brush. I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's like a lighter like yellow. I don't know how well this is going to show up. This palette has some kick up. I wouldn't say it's a ton. But we're just going to go ahead and start this in like the crease and transition area. I mean, on camera, I don't really know if you can see it, but in person, it definitely shows up. Just very light. Alright, so we're just going to keep moving right on down along. I'm going to take this next warm shade. Do these have shade names? No, there's no shade names on these. So that one has a little bit more kick up than the other ones did. And we're just going to start focusing that in the crease and above again. It's a little bit lower than the transition, but not by much, honestly. So I am going to go in with one more matte shade in the crease / outer corner. That's because, again, I really do want to use as many of these mattes and shimmers as possible. I will say, like, so far, these mattes are, you know, they're blending nicely. They are showing up. Like, these are yellows. They are light. So just something to be, like, a little bit, like, you know, like, yellows aren't, like, the most, like, bam, in your face. They do require some building up, which is just what I'm doing, and they're building up beautifully. They're building up beautifully. They're blending out beautifully. I'm not experiencing any patchiness. No fallout on the face. Very light amount of kick up in the pan. I mean, so far this is really good quality. Of course, I've only done with like 2 shades, but so far we are off to a good start. Okay, so I think some of you guys know. If you don't know, then hi. But I do like to do some like true crime stories. Like I try to do one once a month. That's kind of like my goal. Is where I'll just like test out some new makeup while talking about a true crime story, and then I kind of give you guys like my final thoughts on like what I think of like the new makeup that I just tried, things like that. So so far I've done like some murders that happened on Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I've done like the Joseph Fritzl case. Is there another case that you guys would like to maybe hear about or find really fascinating, or maybe there's ones that like a lot of people don't know about? Here's the thing. I have like an encyclopedia of serial killers book. I have like 4 or 5 like true crime books. I have like books that like break down like different, like there's one where it's like the Joseph Fritzl case, like the girl in, what is it, Locked in the Cellar or something like that. I have that book where it kind of told like the whole story broken down. I've read that. Like I just have like tons of books like that because I think true crime is just, it's just like interesting. So let me know if you guys prefer hearing about cases like that you mostly know, or if you guys like sometimes like hearing about cases that you may not have ever heard before. Let me know that down below. Then just moving right along, I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to put that kind of just in that crease area. Also, my poor little mirror has cracks in it. It somehow got like in my purse. I guess I must have like had to have taken it with me somewhere and like forgot about it. And like, I guess I don't know. I crushed it, something in my purse crushed it, or I don't know. Something happened. It's not terrible, like it's not, none of the glass is falling out or anything. Still usable. Still works fine. The shade here is definitely going to be needing to be definitely built up. I kind of, I don't know, I guess expected it to be a little bit deeper, and it's not that it's, this is definitely just like a very just like light and airy type of palette. Like this isn't one where you're going to have like immediate pigmentation, especially for the shades that were chosen for this palette. But I don't think it's bad. I think if you like, you know, yellows and like really soft airy colors like this, I think you'll like this palette. Okay. Let me know if anybody else is like this. I think I might be like the only person like I have personally met that's like this. But I hate getting flowers for like Valentine's Day, birthdays, I don't know, things like that. Alright, then for the outer corner, we're going to go into the last darkest matte shade right there. Which I know, okay, so I know this is odd. But like flowers are expensive. Like flower arrangements are expensive. Like anywhere from like $20+ depending on the flowers and the arrangement and anything else like you include in it. And like, I'm not saying that like flowers are terrible and like if I get them like I'm ungrateful. But flowers literally, even if you buy like the little extra things to like help keep your flowers alive longer or good longer, like it's still only like a couple of weeks, maybe a month. And so like you just spent like $50 for like a month's worth of like a month's worth of money, right, on these flowers. And like for $50, I would rather have a foundation. I would rather go out to eat to dinner. I would rather have like a cheap necklace, or I would rather have like, I don't know, gas, or like a gas card, or like chocolates and like, or like a date night somewhere, like go to the movies, like something that's like I either get like an experience out of, or like something useful, or something that like I could get more use out of than just flowers that literally sit on your counter. I mean, unless you're like Tori Phantom on TikTok, where like the flowers just stay dead and you know they just stay there. But for the most part, like I just don't care for flowers. I never have. I've never been a flower person. Or if you want to send me flowers that like I can like paint, or not paint, that I can plant, like, and like watch them grow, not just ones that are gonna die. Let me know if I'm the only one that's like that. I feel like I'm probably like the only one that's like that. Alright, so I've glitter primed one eye over here. We're going to start working on that one. I think I'm just going to kind of go like with these right here, truthfully. So let's start with the darkest yellow. Like this is definitely like a gold. I wouldn't really say yellow. Whoa. I love this. Joanne, if you're watching this, I just want you to know you will love this palette. Okay, it's literally $15 on Sephora's website, okay? $15. OMG. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, and let's go into that little lightest one right here. It's kind of like a light yellow, almost like an Easter yellow. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful. So now that the eyes are completed, I'm going to go ahead and go prime my skin off of camera using stuff from like my project pan. And then we're going to come back and I think I'm going to go on into this Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. Alright, so I'm back with my skin prepped and primed. So I am now going into the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. Mine is in the shade Light 2 Mont Blanc. This is supposed to be the lightest with neutral undertones. Usually I go for rosy undertones, but that one kept selling out. Okay, instructions for use. Shake well. Apply a small amount starting in the center of the face and blend outwards. Avoid direct contact with eyes. It's a recyclable glass bottle. Screw off pump before recycling bottle. Okay, what if you can reuse that? It improves skin radiance by 61%, more even skin tone by 93%. See your skin in its best light. Light reflecting foundation instantly diffuses light to blur imperfections and smooth the look of skin. Powered by skincare ingredients, this product strengthens skin's barrier to maintain moisture day by day. This formula visibly improves skin's clarity even after makeup is removed. Medium, buildable coverage, natural finish, breathable, all day wear. All right. All right, so it comes in like this cute, like little bottle. It comes with 1 fluid ounce, so 30 mils. I hope this will be the perfect shade for me. Again, it comes with like that little pump that it said. Okay. This is 1 pump. Let me see. And that's like 2 pumps. So it doesn't like squirt out a lot, but let's just see what happens with like the 2 pumps that I have. Like how much this covers. Is this going to be a good match? Is this going to be a good match though? I think it is. I think that's going to be a great match. Okay. Now my face itches, of course. So far with those 2 pumps, I can see where it is, you know, starting to, you know, I've got some redness here, definitely starting to, like cover that up, even it. I don't necessarily know that I would say this is a hard medium, just like right off the bat, truthfully. It does say that this is buildable, so I may try with like another pump just to see if like potentially we could build it up just a little bit. I would say this is maybe like, now that's like blended out and everything, a very, I would say light medium with the 2 pumps. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to take out another like a little pump and just like kind of like focus it in my red area the most. Let's see what happens. Just go ahead, start to blend it out. So this is about 3 pumps total on my face, and I feel like this is really giving me the coverage that I want, really hiding all of that redness, my discoloration, really evening things out. Upon like building up, I would say it still like looks really good. Like even though I have 3 pumps, they're tiny pumps, my skin isn't looking like, it's not looking cakey, it's not looking like crepey or anything. It really does look just really nice and like healthy. and it still keeps like that glow from like my skincare. So next up we have the Ois Concealer. I have not tried a lot of things from Ois, truthfully. I honestly also haven't really heard a lot of people talk about Ois, but it definitely is like a very cheap and like affordable brand that they offer at Sephora. This is the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer with hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and ashwagandha. Let's see, what else does it say? Whether highlighting your face, your favorite features, or concealing pesky blemishes, this full coverage breathable formula instantly brings balance to the complexion for a natural seamless look that wows. To highlight, use a doe foot applicator to apply to the high points of the face, including the under eye area and center of the forehead. Build and blend using a sponge or complexion brush. To spot conceal, concentrate product on blemish, redness, dark spots prior to foundation. Its key ingredients is hyaluronic acid, which infuses dry skin with intensive hydration. Turmeric provides antioxidant protection. Ashwagandha is an Indian ginseng. It's a powerful herb to help combat skin stress and visible signs of aging. We have squalene, depends on how you say it. Deeply nourishes skin and helps restore moisture. And watermelon extract, rich in vitamin A, C, and B to help revitalize dull, dehydrated skin. Okay. Alright, so it comes in like this, like, it's like a triangle. I heard that that is kind of like their signature, is like, okay, what do you foot? It's very cute. Mine is in, of course, like the lightest shade that exists. Of course it does. Of course it is. Okay. Interesting. Has a scent to it. Here's kind of the thing where I'm just kind of like, what? This is the lightest shade. Oh. Okay. I don't know that I love this. This is the lightest shade and it's very yellow for me. I will have to use like my Jaclyn Hill Brightening Under Eye Powder. And it's just very, like, it's very creamy. I'm going to say it's like almost kind of like a wet kind of consistency. It's very wet. Like it doesn't feel very like thick like some concealers. The thing is with this though, is because this doe foot is bent, when you put it in, I feel like I'm going to break it. Wait a minute. Hold. Okay, literally this blends out so beautifully. Like, I am not joking. Like, just like look how easy and smooth. Like that just blends out. Okay, it didn't necessarily cover my dark circles exactly the way that I wanted it to. So I am just gonna go right back over it, right here where my dark circle is, and just kind of focus that on like both sides. Again, this has a scent and like it doesn't smell bad. It's kind of almost like spearmint in a way, like spearmint tobacco. Kind of what it reminds me of, truthfully. Spearmint tobacco. Okay, and I'm just gonna blend that out again, and we're just gonna see like how well it looks with like the building up. So now that I've built it up, I would say if you have like dark circles and things like that, you will need to build this up. But this blends out so nicely. If you have dry under eyes like I do, because like I 100% do, this is like absolutely just like beautiful. It's really nice, really hydrating, gives a really nice glow to underneath the eyes, and it just like looks so good. Like it doesn't look heavy, doesn't look crepey. In a way, this kind of reminds me of the ABH concealer, and I love that concealer, and I think I really love this too. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Zanessa Myrix, the Balm Contour. This is in the shade Light 1, which is like the lightest shade that you can get. Okay, comes in like this really cute, sleek packaging. Okay, how do you open this? Ah, okay. You have to like push this. All right, interesting. So I'm just going to take like a little brush and it's kind of not really picking up on my brush super well. There we go. All right, so we've got a little bit put on our face. Let's just like go ahead, start blending it out with a sponge. Really effortlessly, easily. It's a really good shade for me, being as fair as I am. Definitely provides, like, it's not necessarily, it provides like a slight bit of glow. I would say it just makes it look like really healthy. Like right now, like my skin just looks really nice and healthy. So now we have all of these Patrick Ta blushes. So what I've heard, I did not actually end up purchasing the one that he released for holiday, the little blush trio. So I've heard 3 of these blushes were actually in that blush trio, and then he came out with another one. And so we have the very like vibrant bubblegum pink right here. This is called She's a Doll. Next up we have She's Vibrant. Well, I will say these are kind of tough to open, not gonna lie. I own all of his other 4 like individual ones. So here is She's Vibrant, definitely like a very like punchy kind of a blush, and I really like those. I've actually hit pan on one of them. So, well, half of one of them, just like the cream. So this one right here is She's Baked. So it's definitely kind of like a mauvey brown, mauvey purple kind of a blush. And then the last one is called She's Blushing, and it is this one right here, which is definitely more dark. This is definitely more like a brown. So what I was thinking about doing, there's 4 of them. I want to be able to try to use them all if I can. So my thought process was, I was thinking about combining like the She's Baked with the kind of like an ombre blush effect, honestly, and combine that with, if I can get the blushes together, yeah, like these 2 right here, like put this one higher up on the cheeks, this one a little bit lower, and then do the same for the others. So yeah, it's gonna look a little crazy at first. So I'm gonna start off first. We'll just do like this side of the cheek first. I'm gonna go with She's Baked. I'm gonna tap off into like my blush brush and just start focusing it towards like the back of my cheeks, center to back of my cheeks. So I've color switched my brush. We're gonna go into She's Blushing. I'm going into the powder shades first, and just like focus that towards like the center to like front, like the apple part of my cheek. So then I'm gonna go into like the cream shade. So with his, usually you don't want to go like creams over powders, but he actually makes his so you can do that. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the very first one that we went into, the deeper shade, and then just like focus this towards like the back. Like, do you see just how much more that just like pumps up the blush? And what I love about this is like it doesn't disrupt like any of the powder. Then I'm gonna go on the opposite side with that sponge, and I'm just gonna take the other shade and just kind of like focus this like towards like the front, like apple, towards the center. So now we're going to the other side with like the more like baby doll, punchy kind of tones. So let's see here. We're going to start off with this one right here, She's Vibrant, and we're going to focus that like center, back. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Like, and here's the thing, like it looks really intimidating in the pan because it's like just like this like very punchy, like pink, but he just does such a good color with like tones. It looks so good. Then we're gonna go into She's a Doll, which is more of that like that bubblegum baby doll pink. And we're just gonna focus that in like the center and apples of my cheeks. I feel like this is like a lot of blush, but I'm trying to be able to like use all of these in real life. I probably wouldn't. Alright, so I'm gonna take the bottom one half of my sponge, and we're gonna go into that very like lash shade that we went into and just start going over that halfway and like apples of the cheek. I mean, do you just see just like how much, like just going over that with that cream blush? Seriously, so beautiful. Like, oh, it's so good. And then we'll go into She's Vibrant on the other side of the sponge and literally just like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's a lot of blush, yes, but we had to make our point known. Ugh. All right, for the lower lash line, I literally just want to do something like just super quick, so I'm just going in with like that darkest shade and just like focusing on smoking that on out. Then we'll just go into that very first like little shade right here, and that's just what we'll kind of put on our inner corner. So next up we have this little sample of the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water Clean Mascara. This says, "Okay, bye to ugly cries and grungy under eyes. Zero smudges, lash conditioning argan oil, easy roll off removal, volumizes and curls for real." Is that all that it says? Zero smudge and life proof, volumizes, curls and conditions, easy. So I guess this is a tube. It says next gen tubular tech stays on till you slip it off. Turn-ons, 100% post-consumer recycled paper box and ocean plastic tube. Low impact decoration so this beauty friend can go again and again. Recycled packaging, only at Sephora. Okay. Well, so I will say like the packaging, it gets me. It's so cute. And okay. So the brush is kind of like a little like skinny Christmas tree. You know, like when like your parents were poor and like they could only have, maybe that was just me. Until like, you know, finally like one day now your parents have like 2 Christmas trees. So this is going on really nice. Coating all my lashes. So here's one coat. It really does keep my lashes like really nice and separated. I'm able to easily get to like my lower lash line. And that's just one coat, and I think that's pretty good. Alright, so now we are back for this lip combo. So first up we have the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the iconic Nude Lip Liner. I love her lip liners. I only have it in Pillow Talk, but seriously, the staying power, incredible. Alright, so this is like a very good creamy lip liner. Now we have, this is the YSL. The Slim Velvet Radical in 304 Beige Instinct. This has a rose scent to it. Like, why? And we're just gonna focus that. This is a mess. This is a whole mess. Like, this whole, like, I do not like this. Okay, well, I don't love that. So now let's just go over everything with the Patrick Ta Lip Plumping in Looks Natural. I feel like I look like the Queen of Hearts. So, right off the bat, this has a like cinnamon kind of scent to it. I'm starting to feel like kind of be like a little bit more of like that plumping feeling. It's not like overbearing or anything. Definitely does make my lips look nice and like juicy and like healthy. And I don't really feel like it's like unbearable. Alright, so this is it for the completed look. We do have one more step in this makeup routine, and that is using the cleansing oil makeup remover from First Aid Beauty. So I was just going to go ahead and just like dive right into the cleansing oil, but I think while I still have my makeup on, I'm just going to go through, talk to you guys about my final thoughts of like the makeup products, then we'll use this, and after that I'll kind of give you more of my final thoughts on that. But let's just go ahead, let's like dive on into the makeup. So first things first, this little mascara, I really do like it. Again, I think my lashes, okay. I think that my lashes are really nice and separated. They are lengthened. They are much darker. I really like that this is like a clean formula. So truthfully, I'm going to keep using this. And if I really like this, continue to keep really loving this, I will probably purchase the full size of this. So far, I am loving this. I thought this concealer, this Ois Triple Fix concealer was nice. There were some things I like loved about it, and there were some things that I didn't love about it. First thing I didn't really love about it is it's just really yellow for me. I got like the lightest shade, light neutral 3. They didn't really have a cool option, so I got like the neutral option, and it just still seemed really yellow. I also don't care for like how this doe foot applicator is like so like bent at an angle, and then when you go to like put it in, it feels like you're gonna break it. Like if like one wrong move and it's gonna snap. So those are two things that I just like really just like don't like about this. It also doesn't provide like a ton of coverage. You do have to build it up, especially if you have dark circles. Like I have dark circles under my eyes. Usually I'll color correct. I didn't this time because I just wanted to see how well this worked. I did have to layer it up twice, but I felt like layering it up twice, I mean, now I don't really notice my dark circles, but this is so creamy. I would say this is really comparable. I would say to like the ABH. This might be, they're pretty similar. The ABH has a little bit more coverage. This you can build up to that coverage, but it's so good. I love how good this is. I love just like how hydrated my under eyes look. It didn't really emphasize like my lines or my texture. It just looks so smooth underneath my eyes. It was beautiful. I love that concealer. I just need to find a better shade, and I just hate the doe foot. All right, so next up is Danessa Myricks Balm Contour. It was kind of hard to get it. Like it definitely needs to be like warmed up before like a lot comes off, and so I felt like with a brush, like a lot of it didn't really like come off. It took a while to pick it up on the brush, but once I got it like onto the skin, it was beautiful. It helped my skin just continue to look healthy. It really did have like, it was a really good color for like my skin tone. It blended out beautifully, worked really well together. I thought that was really a really good product. The Violet Voss Sunflower Palette. This was good. So it's definitely like a very light palette. It's like a very light, airy palette. I don't, it didn't really provide like, bam, in your face pigment. I had to build it up. But again, it worked nicely together. It built up beautifully. There was no problems like blending it out, anything like that. The shimmers were like gorgeous. Like they still are gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. This was a fantastic palette. The Patrick Ta Blush Duos. I mean, they're so beautiful. They're pigmented. You can do just cream. You can do just powder. You can do a mixture of cream and powder. You can do the powder first and then the cream products, which is how he usually recommends it. But you could also do the cream and then add the powder. either way, these are absolutely beautiful. These are just like some more shades to add to his, his collection. If you already have the trio that he released for the holiday, you are only going to need to really pick up one of these. You don't need to run out and grab all of these because the 3 of them are already existing shades in that palette. If you don't own that, run out and grab all 4. I think they're all beautiful. Or just pick one that you think is going to speak to you the most. If you're not going to get a lot of use out of any of those, except for maybe one on this side or one of these on this side, just run out and grab one. This Nars foundation is beautiful. Like, my skin just looks so healthy. It does have that natural finish. I, of course, make sure that my skin is really nice and glowy on underneath. I use a lot of glowy products in the morning, and it really kept that glow. It definitely does have more of like that natural finish. I don't feel like it added like extra glow anywhere. I think it was beautiful. This took about 3 pumps for me to cover my face and get the coverage that I wanted. I will say though that they're 3 very small pumps. So honestly, I would start out with like 1 pump and then just keep layering. It built up beautifully. I didn't have any issues with it starting to look a little bit cakey. When you add too much foundation, sometimes it can look a little much. I didn't have that issue. The 3 pumps really worked well for my skin, covered up everything that I needed covered up, and it just sets, products on top, products underneath. Everything just works really, really beautifully and makes your skin look really, really healthy. Okay, I think we're just down to the lip products now. Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, I of course love. Like, I love her lip liners. I bought this because I wanted more. The staying power on these are incredible. They are so nice and creamy. And the fact is, like, they're so creamy, but like they will stay. Like here it is from when I put it on. There we go. Like, I literally have to like dig it off, and even then it still stays. Like, it has incredible staying power. This I don't care for. It smells like roses. I do not care for like this like shape. Like, it just doesn't fit to your lips well, so then it gets all over the place. It's sleek, it's beautiful, it's YSL, right? Like, but I don't like that it smells like roses. Shape is just off. The color, it said it was like a beige, and that's definitely pink. Like, not even like a pinky beige, it says just beige. Okay. No, that's pink. So overall just not a fan of that, especially for the price. This Patrick Ta Plumping Gloss, it's been on my lips now for a while. I don't feel like it's overly painful. It definitely has like that minty feel to your lips. You do get a little bit of tingling. I feel like it makes you feel really like nice and healthy. And has a nice like cinnamon scent to it. I really like the cinnamon scent when it's added to things. I don't know why I do, but I do. So overall, I think this is like, it's nice. Personally, I'm not usually a huge fan of like plumping things. I just feel like it doesn't really last a super long time or do much of anything. But I mean, again, I don't really feel like this will like overly plump to my lips or anything. I do like, like it gives you that gloss effect, which makes your lips look healthy and plump. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's dive on into this. Here we go. All right, so it has like no scent to it, which is nice. Okay. All right, so that's about a pump and a half. It says apply a generous amount to dry face with fingertips and gently massage, focusing on areas with heavier makeup application. Add water, continuing to massage to dissolve makeup and impurities. Rinse thoroughly and pat dry. So I'm going to go ahead, start like focusing this on my face, and okay, so I feel like a pump and a half really did for like that part of my face. So let's add some more. Say anything about like not putting this near your eyes. And here's the thing, I don't know if it's this that started burning my eyes or if it's like the mascara that was falling away. I'm not sure, but I did notice upon like trying to like rub this into like my eyes and my lashes that I did get some like burning sensation where I don't really have that with my cleansing balm. I will say though, after using that though, my skin feels really nice and soft. Like, it doesn't feel stripped, it doesn't feel tight, it doesn't feel like greasy or anything. It literally just feels like really, really nice and soft. So I will have to play around with this because I don't know if it's this that's burning or the mascara. I will have to update you guys in either a favorites and fails or a monthly roundup, wherever this falls, and kind of let you know there. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This was definitely a long one, so I hope you guys enjoyed like a really good snack, had a drink or something, got cozy on your couch, whatever the case may be. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, then definitely go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, click the little bell, because I do tons of videos like this. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye!